following is a presentation of TFNN. The Money Masters. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044. Now, Tom O'Brien and Tommy O'Brien.
Welcome, folks. We appreciate you growling and prowling with us out here. Right now, we have the Dow up 11. NASDAQ is down 8. S&Ps are flat. We have the gold contract up $7.90, trading at $13.54. Silver's up 39 cents at $20.24. We have platinum up 21 bucks, $11.77. Oil up 15 cents, $42.93. Oil numbers 1030.
I was going to say it. You beat me to it.
It's
exactly. It was on my mind. You got to know it.
I like it. Bonds, the 10-year note up 4 ticks, 132.15. 30-year bond up 4 ticks, 172.27. Bottom line is that notes, bonds, they just continue to want higher price. I mean, every time they jam them down, it's like, see, I want to go topside once again.
I like that.
I know. It's you know, we all do.
Right?
We all like free money.
Right.
Yeah, we've got addicted to it. There's no doubt, man. King dollar's down 572 ticks, 95.57. We get the euro trading at $1.11, and the yen is out there at 101. And of course, as we do each and every day, we get our man, Mr. Kevin Hanks. And folks, you know, if you're in the West Coast right now, I know it's early in the West Coast. You're talking about 7 o'clock in the morning. You're driving down the coast. Well, remember that you can also get us right on your cell phone. Just go to TFNN.com. You hit Tiger TV. You're going to get some great HD video as well as audio. Kevin, Scott Connor, they have a great show, TD Ameritrade Swim Lessons, 12 to 1, Eastern Standard Time, every trading day right here at TFNN. Get it right on your cell phone. Kevin Hanks, what's going on?
Good morning, Tom. Good morning, Tommy. How's everything going?
Good morning, Kevin.
It's going good, man. You know, 5 o'clock in the morning Eastern Time here, they decided to bring gold up, whack the dollar, and, you know, we'll see where the rest of it shakes out. But that was an interesting move, man.
You know, as we know, Tom, as we talk about all the time, right? If you're trading commodities, you're paying attention to commodities, watching the dollar is such a vital macroeconomic pressure, either plus or minus. And it's going to, you know, if the dollar's weak, the commodities are going to be strong. Unless without some type of micro story, the dollar is the number one thing driving commodities.
I know. It's pretty cool, actually. I mean, it's good because I love it when you can correlate one instrument with another. I mean, it helps probability-wise. You know what I mean?
Right, and really, you know what it gives for traders, for guys, you know, pivoting and looking for that next trade, that next little burst. It gives you a trigger. Right. It gives you something to pay attention to. That it's like a cause for what you're trading. Believe me, as someone that came from the grain markets, I learned very quickly: don't sleep on what the dollar's doing. Right? Don't fade it. Unless you have a micro story in your pit, watch the dollar if you're trading commodities.
Yeah, no, you can see it. It's so cut and dried, man. It's amazing, you know. And, you know, what happened out here this morning, I found it really intriguing because it's like, okay, man, what happens, folks, is that the dollar index itself, you know, you can get the volume on it. I'm looking, and I didn't catch the move at 5 o'clock, but I was up at like 5:45, and I'm looking at myself, what's going on here, man? You know, it's going up on nothing. I mean, you know, going down on nothing. It went up on 3,000 contracts. So they were pushing it up every, you know, 5 or 6 minutes on like 50 contracts. I'm saying to myself, what a trip this is, man.
Right. You know, an instrument, an underlying can rally two ways, right, Tom? You know that. Big buyers or just lack of sellers. Sometimes there's just no sellers.
Yeah.
And that'll cause momentum in one direction or the other.
It's pretty cool. So, hey, listen, what are we going to talk about today?
Today we're going to talk about the strangle-straddle swap.
Okay. Oh,
how
baby.
To trade, yeah. Oh, yeah. A little more of an intermediate to advanced options trading strategy. So where you're buying a straddle, or buying a strangle, selling the straddle against it. So, yeah, lots to talk about.
Oh, that's going to be cool.
We're getting ready for the PPI and retail sales on Friday. We've got retail earnings coming out, you know, starting this morning and the rest of the week.
Yeah.
So we've got a lot to talk about.
That's awesome, man.
Good.
You know,
Lots to talk about, always.
And inventories. Don't forget oil inventories. Come on.
That's... Listen, we're
going to jump right to that when we say goodbye to you, Kevin, and come back from the break. Exactly.
You know what we do, Kevin? We trade the Nadex platform also, and so what happens is that they have an option contract that expires at 11 o'clock. And it's awesome, man, because what happens, of course, it comes out at 10:30, so you're not paying the VIG for time. Do you know what I'm saying?
Sure.
So it doesn't mean you're going to be right, folks, okay? It just means that, you know, you're basically, it's the defined risk deal. That's what it comes down to.
You have defined risk.
Yeah, you know.
That's why we like options, right?
That's why we like
options. There you go.
You know what you guys like? You guys like trading.
Yes,
That's right.
Doesn't
There
matter
you go.
what.
I know. You know what? It's in the DNA, man. I mean, and once it's in the DNA, you better get good at it because you're screwed if you don't.
I don't know what turned it on, Tom, but I certainly can't turn it off.
I know, man.
True.
Hotel California. Once you're in, you can't get out, man.
That's right.
Unreal. Well, listen, man. You have a great day, safe day, and of course, we really look forward to the show at 12 o'clock, Kevin.
Can't wait, Tom. Have a great day, guys.
Okay, you too. Bye-bye.
That'll be good. I like those complex strategies. That's what's so great about listening to their show.
No, totally.
Because those are the ones that, if you're reading a book, they're really hard to, I think, pull together in your own head. But when you have two guys explaining it, showing it on the charts, and showing what's going on, that's a good deal.
And folks, if you haven't test drove the Thinkorswim platform, as Tommy just said, showing it on the chart, because what they do, which is really cool, the visualization of it makes it a lot easier. With they say they're hockey sticks, but that's how they line up. Right. You know, stay right there, folks. Tommy and I are coming right back. Dow right now is up 11. Nasdaq is down 8. S&Ps are down $1.50. We're gonna be right back.
Larry Pesavento has just started his brand new service, Fibonacci 24/7, and he's already delivering content to his subscribers on a daily basis when the market's opened and even on weekends. Each Monday, you'll receive Larry's written report that provides detailed commentary and a summary on the charts and videos that Larry sends out. And throughout the week, when warranted, Larry will send out via charts or videos or both the key markets that he is watching during the day. This will be up-to-the-date, active trading information that will help you in your daily trading. In Larry's first week alone, he sent out 25 charts, 6 videos, and a full report to his subscribers in just 1 week. If you're a technical trader that uses patterns and retracements to trade, then Larry's service Fibonacci 24/7 is something that you must try. Right now, new subscribers can get a full 30-day money-back guarantee. With nothing to risk, sign up now to Larry Pesavento's Fibonacci 24/7 by visiting the front page of TFNN.com under Trading Newsletters.
Platinum, grains, crude oil, gold, copper, cattle, hogs, gasoline, natural gas, coffee, cotton, cocoa, and sugar. These are just some of the commodities mentioned in the most recent issue of Andy Hecht's Technomental Commodity Report. Andy publishes his weekly newsletter every Thursday morning, where he breaks down the commodity market and provides his subscribers with specific trading recommendations based on his trading methodology. By signing up for a free trial to the Technomental Commodity Report, you'll get a full 30 days to try out this powerful newsletter service and see for yourself the types of trades Andy has recommended for his subscribers. When you sign up for a 30-day free trial, you're under no obligation to pay anything. And should you decide to continue, you will lock in the low rate of only $79 a month. Sign up right now for the Technomental Commodity Report and make sure you're ready to catch the next big trade in commodities. For more information and to get started today, visit the front page of TFNN.com.
You know what's cool? Taking something that's good for you. Something specifically formulated to help with weight loss, better sleep, stress reduction, and the need to detox.
Nico, our hunter and gatherer ancestors found all their nutritional requirements for health in their wild environment. But today, our food sources no longer contain the vitamins, minerals, and nutrients our bodies need to stay healthy and strong.
That's why we need Primal Edge Daily Nutrition. It includes a special blend of ionic, oil-based vitamins, minerals, fatty, and amino acids in an easy-to-use liquid form.
Primal Edge is powered by highly concentrated fulvic and humic acids, nature's preferred delivery system. They have been called miracle molecules because, like sunlight, air, and water, life cannot exist without them.
That's right, Paige. They ensure we receive all the nutrition we need to be healthy and thrive. We take it every morning.
Primal Edge, formulated and approved by Nico and Paige of Living a Primal Lifestyle. Buy it today for just $89. Click on the Primal Edge banner on the front page of TFNN.com. We take your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Welcome back, folks. Tom O'Brien, we do appreciate you growling and prowling with us out here. Right now, you're at the Dow up 14. NASDAQ is down 9. S&Ps are flat. And inside the Dow, it's pretty intriguing here, folks. Disney is the mover. Disney's up at 2.3%. And if you do take a look at this, this is where it's a heads up as to, what things trade after they come out with numbers versus what they're trading today. So this was trading down $1.50 last night when they come out with numbers. Yeah. Bottom line, bottom
it's
line.
Up 2.
That's up 2. It's up $2, man. Yeah. Oil. So we get oil numbers coming out.
Yeah, inventory numbers at 10:30.
At 10:30
Wednesday.
And what's intriguing, I'm not going to trade this because I happen to like a couple different trades out here. But it looks to me that what you're going to have is that oil actually wants to go higher. So this is going to be really deviant, particularly because what you had yesterday is that, you got over the highs, closed underneath them. But this morning, you've already rejected lower price. And all I'm looking for is I'm looking for like a bounce up to this 45. I mean, not in one day, but it looks to me like oil wants to go to ice, which is 45.20.
Just going to take a peek. I think we have a call or two. We do. Let's talk to Lou in Nashville.
Hey, Lou, what's going on?
Hey, Tom, how you doing? We're getting some nice rain up here finally.
Oh, see that call was yesterday. They wanted rain, they got it.
Yeah, we got it.
You probably got the storm. We've had a storm down here. It's finally leaving.
This morning was nice.
Yeah, first time in like
it finally
5 or 6
stopped,
days.
right? Yeah.
Hey, I was thinking of shorting JCPenney, JCP, before earnings.
No, don't do it. Okay. So before I even look at the chart, we have it pulled up here. There's a 30% short position in JCPenney. So it's 1 out of every 3 shares a short.
Yeah.
You don't want to short anything that is even like an 8% short because the pressure, if there's like a 1 out of 3 is like, oh my God, it's like you get any type of pop, people have to buy it back, demand. Never mind the people that buy it. So, and if I put this, let me just put this on. Yeah, and this is already bottomed out, man. Okay, so check this out. I got this on a weekly. You bring it back to October of 2014, went to $7.09. You had 192 million shares, right?
Yeah.
Then you go topside with 130 million. You come back down and test with 151 versus 192. And we did that May 13th, the week of May 13th, and then we got to a lower low with 102. So your correlation goes 102 million versus 151 versus 192. Now, what happens there is this, folks. I just tested the bottom, but what you had in between that is a sign of strength. So it's a consolidation. So if you did anything, I'd go long.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha. I'm glad I called.
Yeah, and let's see where. And it'd be that's one of these things. That's August 12th. They're going to come out. Friday at 7:30 in the morning. What's weird about that? That's what's so deviant sometimes, even about markets. You know what I mean? It's like it's been going down forever. Well, guess what?
Sure.
Maybe their real estate's worth money. Maybe that. There's a lot of different things underlying there that very well could be worth more bread for them.
And they're a low-cost retailer. We've gone over it before. They're doing really well, actually. The people who match on price, like the Marshalls and stuff like that.
Yeah, right.
It's the Macy's, I think, that we're struggling.
Yeah.
Very good. Very good.
Cooking, brother.
Do you think the gold correction is going to come?
Yeah, I think we're in it. Yeah.
Oh, really? Okay, so just hang in there.
Yeah.
Wait for a good price.
Yeah. No, listen. This is because what you're going to have out here today is you're going to have watch. If we bring it, I'll bring Rainbow Resources up first, and this is what happens, folks. Every time that you get counter trend bounces like this and they sell off quickly, it's really dangerous. Okay, because what happens is that even when I saw it this morning, I said, oh my God, I don't believe it. You know, same thing. Well, am I going to miss it? Just what he's saying. You know what I mean? When you're a gold bug, you don't like missing it. It's like, okay, but being a gold bug also, you know that, okay, man, you know, you got to be careful because this market is so volatile. Well, sure enough, look at Rheingold's already given it up. It was at $113.25 at the open. It's at $111. The GDX, that opened at 31.69. You're at 31.28. You know, and the GDX might give us the best signal because it's going to be really hard for the GDX to have lighter volume today. So the GDX already made a high with 68 million shares, $31.64. Well, we got over that this morning. Now, if that actually comes in less than 68 million, that's going to be a mind blower because that was a low volume high. You know, so if that's what you see, then you really better get out of the way because it's like, you know. So, but the deviance is there, man. I'm telling you.
What do you think about shorting with dust?
If you're doing it for the day, that's fine. I wouldn't be shorting gold on a trend basis. I'd be sitting there waiting for that baby to come back to you, and then buying it. You know, a day trade, trade, but make sure that you brainwash yourself before the fact to get out at the end of the day.
Cool.
Right. Gotcha.
Cooking, brother.
Thank you, Tom.
Have a great one, man. Have a safe one.
So let's take a look at our oil numbers, right?
Okay.
We got oil trading just above 43.
Yeah.
And what I'm going to take a look at is our 11 a.m. spreads. And let's say you were bullish at least, right? There's a couple good options. There's one with the floor at only 42.75.
Okay.
So this is, you know, if you're going to be bullish per contract, you're risking 45 for a max profit of 105. It expires at 44.25. Now the key here is that oil's at 43.03 and you're getting into it at 43.18, right?
Right.
So you're paying 16, 17, 18 cents a premium for the right to have, you know, a better than a 2-to-1 risk reward on your trade.
Right.
For 11 a.m.
Right.
But if people have watched this show before, or if they watch the oil market at 10:30, 18 cents of premium, if you predict the move right, you know, and you get some volatility, you can be a profitable trade.
Oh, big time. 18 cents in the oil market. I suspect today 18 cents in the oil market is not going to be a big deal. I think we're going to get a little
We're going to find out in 5 minutes.
We're going to get a little movement. Now, what happens? Do you have one if we're bearish?
They do. Because we're right around the center, there's some good ones on both sides.
Okay.
You know, there's one with 43.50, so that's going to have a little bit. What's nice is you're not going to be paying a ton of premium here.
43.04, look at that.
So the same thing where now it's closer to where you're going to be risking 56 instead of maybe the 45 you were risking over here.
Yep.
And that's because you have a little bit more risk. You don't have it quite a 2-to-1. And with oil at 43.04, and you're going to be selling it at 42.92, that's like a 10-cent premium.
Right.
So that's where you want to get used to those premium shifting, right? But yeah, there's opportunities on both sides. And, you know, on the same right, if you want to make a trade where you really expect a large move, let's see, oil's at 43. You know, you take one where the ceiling is even below.
Exactly.
So if you're going to sell this, here's, you know, the ceiling's 42.75. You're selling it, let's say, 42.60, so 15 cents under the ceiling. And per contract, though, because oil's at 43.05, you're only risking $16, $17. But guess what? Oil needs to go 45 cents before you can start recouping any value.
You stay right there, folks. Tommy and I are coming right back. We'll have those numbers for you. You get the Dow Industrials right now up 22, Nasdaq's down 6, S&P's are flat. We're going to be right back.
Today, it's hard to tell if the economy is coming or going. Regardless, I want my money going in the direction I choose. If that's your stance as well, then you want to know how Everbank can help keep your money thriving just the way you want. Is growing your money a priority? Everbank is committed to a yield pledge promise to pay high yields on your checking, money market, and CD balances. Looking to diversify? Everbank ingeniously developed accessible ways to spread your money around the world into foreign currencies and even non-FDIC insured metals. And when it comes to your wealth, they bring a highly experienced and global perspective to help you manage it. Everbank's financial philosophy flies in the face of the status quo. They believe your money's performance should not be determined by today's economic circumstances, but by the drive to rise above them and create opportunities that favor your objectives. If that excites you like it does me, visit everbank.com/TFNN to find out what they can do for you. Again, that's everbank.com/TFNN. Visit them today. Everbank is a member FDIC and equal housing lender.
If you're an active trader looking for that extra edge when it comes to trading and investments, then now is a great time to get a 2-week free trial to Tom O'Brien's daily market letter, Market Insights. Tom O'Brien's daily newsletter, Market Insights, comes out every market day at around 9:30 a.m. and provides Tom's daily commentary on the broad market, including the Dow, NASDAQ, and S&P, plus specific trade recommendations. There's even an update published most afternoons to keep you informed about the day's market activity. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock and option trade. With Market Insights, there's nothing left to guessing. For all the details and to get your 2-week free trial to Market Insights started today, visit TFNN.com.
TFNN is excited to offer a brand new piece of market scanning software unlike anything the industry has ever seen. John Logan and his team have spent years developing their market profile tools to finally be able to release the TAS Profile Scanner Plus. And right now you can get a 2-week trial absolutely free just by visiting TFNN.com and providing us your name and email address. The TAS Profile Scanner Plus is the premier market profile-based scanner in the industry. Powered by the acclaimed TAS proprietary algorithms, this feature-rich scanner is a standalone desktop software that instantly filters over 2,500 global financial markets such as stocks, ETFs, commodity futures, and Forex. Within 3 minutes of signing up, you can have the software downloaded and running on your computer with a complete roadmap of market indicators and inflection points to trade off using the TAS Profile Scanner Plus. Sign up today and try this amazing piece of software by visiting TFNN.com.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome, folks. You have the Dow right now up 18. NASDAQ is down 8. And these oil numbers, we'll get the oil numbers for you, but you got to spike.
Watch the market digest it,
We got a spike up in oil. First it went down to 42. It's like 75.
So I'm
now
just seeing the numbers on the left side that people can't see. Crude, about 1 million barrels was the surplus. The estimate was minus 1.5 million barrels.
Okay.
So that's interesting that you're getting the spike, right? That must be the reason why that top line number, as in there's 2.5 million more barrels than they expected, more supply, that should bring the price down.
Yeah.
It spiked down right away.
It did.
And maybe like the second or third line that everyone is looking at or something caused this to go up. Either way.
And you're at 43.25 right now. And here, we'll bring this over. You can read some more content here. Let's see what we got here. So bringing this up. CLU6. See, this thing looks to me like it wants to go to ICE. It's still a counter trend bounce, folks, but ICE is like, once this thing starts moving. Okay, so go ahead.
You're the man with the plan here. You tell me.
Well, there's all your numbers.
I know the top line number. You go ahead. What are we going to break down below that?
Okay, so imports fell 334,000 last week.
So the reason why I think I hesitate is because it's tough without a complete fundamental understanding to know what number and what means anything, because there's so much news in there. That's why I hesitate to read anything besides the top line, basically, because there's just so much, without a full understanding. Maybe that's a plug for Andy Hecht and his Technomental Commodity Report. But that because it is. Sometimes there's, but I mean.
Well, so the crude oil rose.
Right.
That being said.
And that's like what everybody reports, because that's the biggest number. But
that's
go ahead.
Right.
That's not what means everything.
But what you had is that you had residential fuel demand rising 7.9% in the last 4 weeks.
There you go.
You had the inventories rose 0.2%. That's only crude, though. Gasoline inventories fell 1.1, Distillates fell 1.8. So that would be saying
jet
that
fuel demand rose the same way. You said residual fuel demand rose.
That's pretty wild.
Crude output fell in the U.S.
Okay.
Maybe with a decreased output, that could cause prices to rise.
Oh,
you
yeah.
know?
No doubt. You get some good action, man. There's no doubt. There's, and as one of the Tigers was saying last night, the API report said that there was more supply, and that's what I had said when Tommy was asking me a little bit early in the week, before even 10 o'clock. I had said, well, man, I think it's going up to ice. And then what also was a heads up for me is that, in the Middle East last night, they were saying that, no, they thought prices were going to stay soft. I'm saying to myself, well, okay. When do they say, prices are going to stay soft?
Sure.
They don't.
Sure.
And I don't know why they,
I hear you.
that's the case. But bottom line is that that's very unusual. If we go over to the USO, so you take a look at the ETF structure for it, the USO. Let's see what we did here. So
let's get.
Be nice if I got in there.
Yeah, it would.
Yeah, so that has the volume behind the move. That's saying that the USO just went from a price point of 10.06 to 10.21 or 10.14, but that has enough volume to get up to the 10.24. Which, if we go over to the oil contract, that would be saying that the oil contract could also make it up to the 43.52 today, And that 43.52 is a 10-minute chart, which is pretty cool. That has volume from yesterday up there.
Sure.
At 9:50 in the morning, we had some volume up at that level, man.
Yeah. So it'll be interesting to see what happens. We've seen an acceleration for the next half hour. Sometimes this will set the trend for the day, and sometimes it'll just kind of taper out.
No doubt. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. So let's take a look at these markets here. What's intriguing here is that it didn't give the Dow any help. So let's go over to look at Exxon. And this is where, Exxon's down, man. Chevron, CV. I think this market turned, man. It's going to be really interesting. Chevron's only down 7 cents. If we go take a look at the SPY, what we have with the SPY, you're down 6 cents. The key, as I said, even on my update this morning, is there going to be an expansion of volume? Because yesterday the volume, folks, was dramatically lighter than the last high, which the volume was lighter than the last high. If we go into the NDX 100, the strength versus the weakness, the strength is JD.com. Akamai Technologies is up 2.4%. Dollar Tree is up 1.6%, and Yahoo is up 1.6%. Taken away from it is Lam Research is down 4.6%. Mylan Pharmaceutical is down 1.6%. I'm sorry, 3.2%. Biomarin is down 2.2%. There's one of the biotechs. Let me just see where the biotechs are. One of the biotechs this morning were down 28%. Yeah, this thing's coming down. Let me see if I can find the symbol again. They got toasted and roasted, man. I think it was MW. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember reading it.
Yeah. Bottom line is that, man, when these biotechs, when they lose, when they don't make their numbers, there's big problems. Big problems in paradise. No two ways about that. Let's go take a look at, we haven't seen Apple for a while. So, yeah, Apple's just going up to where it broke down from. Isn't it amazing that, you can have these equities that, so if we look at Apple, right? Apple was traded at $112 April 15th, right? Huge range, goes down to $89, $112 to $89, so $20, right?
Yeah.
Makes it all the way back up there.
Yeah, wild, I know.
Yeah.
In not that long of a time. Right?
No, it's all within 4 months.
Yeah.
That's like, okay, how does that work, man?
Well, especially when you factor in how many millions of shares are outstanding, that it becomes really amazing, that move.
And the intriguing
because the value is amazing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And so the value changes so dramatically.
Right.
It's like, really?
Imagine you're having a bidding war for the company, which is basically what trading is. You know, every single day you're bidding war, and somehow that bidding on a day-to-day basis, billions and billions of dollars. Like, today it's worth this.
Right.
Today it's worth that.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah.
We're going to get that fixed in the den, folks.
They can't hear us.
That sound in the den.
So you're talking to them, but they can't hear us.
Oh.
Nice try. I was like, is he about to tell them
that
in the
was
den
good.
that they can't hear us?
That was good. Let's go over to that gold contract and see what we have. That was perfect. Gold comes off the high of 1363. You're at 1354. We have... this is going to have to build some cause, but I suspect what we're going to see out here today is that we'll get back down to about the 1348 level. Where I'm going with the 1348, folks, that was where we had volume yesterday at 10 o'clock in the morning, 2 days ago, rather, as well as yesterday at 6 o'clock last night. This Tom O'Brien, we want to hear from you, folks. We're coming right back.
Has the current market volatility continued to stop you out of trades when the market spikes against you? Now is the perfect time to open up an account with Nadex. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a brand new, completely regulated Chicago-based exchange, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their completely free trading platform, which also features real-time charts and full customization capability. One of the advantages of trading with Nadex in volatile markets is that your risk is always capped and you have the ability of keeping your trades open even when the market spikes against you. Nadex is completely brand new with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's NADEX.com. Or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors.
Tom O'Brien's weekly gold letter, The Gold Report, gives complete and concise coverage of the entire gold market. Inside, you'll get Tom's commentary on gold, the dollar, the rand, the bond, the XAU, the HUI, and detailed coverage of nearly 25 mining stocks. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock trade. The Gold Report is a long-term newsletter where the focus is on building real wealth through the management of a successful portfolio of gold stocks. With a lifetime of knowledge and almost 12 years of writing his informative weekly newsletter, The Gold Report, Tom O'Brien can provide you with the important market information to help you make better trades in the gold market. Don't let the next bull run in gold pass you by. To get a month-long free trial to The Gold Report, an $85 value, visit the front page of TFNN.com today.
David White's newsletter, The Technology Insider, is focused like a laser on finding the next big things in technology. If you had invested only $10,000 in Microsoft in 1986, you'd have been a millionaire by 2000. Disruptive technology like Microsoft's is the key to these massive long-term profits, and the Tech Insider is the vehicle from TFNN to capitalize on these opportunities. This is the go-to newsletter that identifies, monitors, and profits on mostly little-known cutting-edge companies with great long-term prospects. David's experience is as an inventor of Emmy-winning animation products for TV and Hollywood that propelled a company public. Match that with 14 years as a full-time trader, and he's uniquely qualified to guide you through the light-speed world of ever-evolving high-tech. If you're ready to ride the next big technology bull market for less than $40 per month, log on to TFNN.com and get your 2-week free trial to the Technology Insider. Get in on the ground floor of the next big thing today.
This segment is brought to you by TFNN. Test drive all the newsletters for free at TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Oil. So we just went from 43.30 and we're at 42.52 right now.
So maybe we just should have been paying attention to that top line, right? There's 2.5 million more barrels than they thought, and the price is dropping.
All right, and if we do go over, as we did in the last segment, and you're going into that Exxon Mobil, it was almost like, okay, so why is Exxon
It's a big move for these companies.
It is a big move.
Yeah.
It is a big move.
Anytime oil, I mean, it's kind of what we're talking about with Apple. The moves are amazing when you put them in context of how many shares versus how many barrels versus, how much that means to a company like Exxon.
Totally. So you have, that's $360 billion market cap, right? And in 5 days, let's say in 2 weeks, we've gone from 95 to 87.
Right.
You want to see
an 8% drop maybe, and when you're dealing with $360 billion, right? What is that? $25 billion, $30 billion off your price, the value of your company.
Funny money. I'll show you a drop.
I'll show you a drop. Show me a drop.
On the biotechs, look at this thing, man.
This is the one you're talking about?
Yeah.
MYGN, okay.
MYGN. It's a genetic company, folks. It's down $9. It's trading at $20.25.
$9 for a stock that was trading at under 30, under 30,
like 28%
29
or
and
something,
change,
right?
29 and change.
Right. So you look at this. This is going to be a monster ABC down. I mean, it's like, this is disgusting. Let's see what we got here. Oh my God, this is actually, let's see. So 39.74. Call it 40's A. That's a tough one, actually. It really would be that one. 35 to 28. That's only $7. That's 25. It's already blown that out. It's going after $20.
Yeah, it's kind of right at those levels.
It's already hit it. Yeah. Now watch this, folks. On this equity right here, if this does, trade, under this $20.02 or 2011, then you got a disaster on your hands, because the way when you do something like that, you look at it and say, okay, you can take the bottom, you take the top. I wouldn't even take that one. I just take this one and say, okay, you can get down another $20. That's as a measurement tool. Put this back. Well, I guess this is the range it's been in. That's the other side of it. And if you want to see something take a top out, so watch this. You had a top in 2009. This is on a monthly now. Top in 2009, you had 39 million shares traded, okay? Now you get a bottom with 62 million shares traded. And this exercise, folks, you really want to wrap your head around it to really understand that equities can go up and stay up forever, but when they're up there with light volume, get out of them, okay? Because what you're going to see is this. So your first top had 39 million. Your second top had 16 million. It's like, okay. What you don't know is how long it can stay up there.
Yeah.
What I've seen is that when they fall out of bed, though, man, they fall out of bed.
Sure.
And people never have a chance to get out of the market.
Yeah.
It's one of those deals. And that's always a struggle. It's a struggle saying, because you could say that, well, guess what? At 30, it didn't have any volume. And it went up to 40. I made another 10,000.
Yeah.
So that's always a struggle inside the context of, what do you do?
Sure.
What do you do? Wait, that's my struggle anyway. I do not stay. I can't.
Sure.
I can't.
That's well said, yeah.
So.
Yeah. Let's take a quick peek back at oil, because we know the span of 3 minutes, just continuing to drop.
And it's what's intriguing here, though, right, is it is in the range that it was in today, because it was 8 o'clock in the morning. It was still at these prices.
And so that's where the trades we were looking at prior, right? Oil was just above $43.
Yep.
And if you wanted one of those 2-to-1 risk rewards, you could get in there and pay about 16 cents in premium.
Right.
And you see the type of moves that it's so you got to have a directional bias on that type of trade.
Right.
You can do the type of trades we've talked about that you take both sides. But there's good moves on these news, as people know.
No, there's no doubt.
Yeah.
And then, of course, tomorrow we got natural gas.
We do.
And the markets themselves out here today, folks, are going to get intriguing, because it is flat, it's subtle. The real kicker is that are you going to get any type of expansion of volume? And if we take a look at the, let's go over to the IWM, because the IWM is the small caps are a little tricky yesterday. They got over the high, they closed underneath them, and now the kick is going to be, do you get that expansion? So we had made a high with Yeah, see, this is going to be... We made a high with 14 million on Monday. We've already done 4.6 million, and it's pulling back.
Yeah.
You know, that's an indication that we have more sellers than buyers, you know. And because we've been up here for so long, we've been in the same place since July 14th, you know, which is really unusual, man.
Yes,
I mean, you know, that's just not how...
I mean, that span that we went in for this, you know, after, like the 11 days following July 14th was some kind of record, I think, of being within 1% on the close over and over and over, because just like that is just such a tight range. And I don't know if it was 1% from the previous day or just within 1% from this day maybe, but whatever it is, whatever it was just kind of demonstrating how tight of a range we were in and how it's not normal, and it really stood out.
Right.
Yeah.
Because when you do that at highs, most of the time you're going to pull down. When you do that at lows, you know, most of the time you like to go up. The deal at lows, it gets really intriguing, because if you're trying to buy something, you know, I've sat there a couple times, you know, in the last, you know, 10, 20 years, looking like, oh man, I think this is, you know, at a low. But what happens at a low, of course, right? If it's not the low, it seems that what happens at lows is that it can go like this, and then all of a sudden it drops down 5 points, and you can't get out. Do you know what I mean? It's one of those deals that you wake up in the morning like, oh no, okay, that wasn't the low.
And I think, keeping in context, that trend begins right after it goes, down 10% and up 12%, and then it's like calm. Everything's calm for like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Really?
Like, how does that work? Yeah, right.
Maybe there's a little bit more action coming.
Did they take some Advil? What calms
The whole
you
market
down?
took some Advil.
I'm telling you,
man. Some Pepto-Bismol.
Oh, man. I'm telling you. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Some of the higher volume stocks that we have out here. You have, let's see, Walt Disney. Well, let's talk about Disney, because our man, Mr. Steve Rhodes, is doing candlestick charting
tonight,
and it was intriguing. So last night I got a call from Alex from Newton.
Okay.
You know, and he was saying that he got into Disney, you know, because Steve had there was a bullish engulfing down there. I said, well, I think it's going lower.
Okay. Right here, this bar?
Exactly.
I was hoping that's what you were going to say, because of the pop and because I can see, you know, bullish engulfing, it encompasses the whole previous candle, right?
Right.
Yeah.
And the thing that's amazing is that, it was down, you know, $1.50 last night, but guess what? It's up 220, you know. So bottom line, folks, you know, come over to our website at TFNN. You're going to see Steve is right on the front page. He's going to be doing a workshop tonight for his subscribers. You can get a full month for $49.
That's right.
It's normally $149.
That's right.
You know, 5 to 6 o'clock tonight. Great workshop, The Ultimate Trading Signal, Japanese Candles.
You get access to his money management webinar. You get a month of his newsletter. You get it all for $49. And, you know, it's a great time to try his newsletter. He does a fantastic job, and I'm sure the course is going to be worth at least $49 plus tonight.
Right to our front page of TFNN, folks. You stay right there. Tommy and I are coming right back. Dow right now is up 9. Nasdaq down 9. S&Ps are up off $1.50. We're going to right back.
Are China A-shares hot or not? If you trade China A-shares, now may be time to take a closer look. Trade CHAU or CHAD, Directions Daily CSI 300 China A-share Bull and Bear ETFs. China A-shares in either direction. Visit directioninvestments.com today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Hi, I'm Steve Rhodes, host of the Trader's Edge heard daily at TFNN.com and author of Mastering Probability, a daily investment and trading newsletter service that I send out each morning by 8 a.m. My morning newsletter service covers exactly what the markets have been doing since last night's close, providing you with an edge on your trading day ahead. You get actionable trading ideas, including the exact entry, stop, and profit targets. Plus, I'll teach you the patterns and hidden market correlations that will make you a better trader. As a subscriber, you'll gain access to my 90-minute money management workshop, where I'll teach you the secrets that'll save your assets. The bottom line, I've got your back, including a 30-day money-back guarantee. See for yourself the type of analysis I provide each trading day by signing up for Mastering Probability today. With nothing to lose, this is an offer you should not pass on. Mastering Probability can be found under Trading Newsletters on the front page of TFNN.com.
It's 2016 and TFNN has a brand new programming lineup to kick things off. Starting January 4th, Swim Lessons by Thinkorswim and TD Ameritrade will be airing 5 days a week at noon Eastern Time. Join hosts Scott Connor, Kevin Hinks, and Cindy Faber as they host their daily options program live at noon 5 days a week with no commercials for the entire hour. Nico DeHaan and Paige Clark will be moving their program, Living a Primal Lifestyle, to twice a week, Tuesdays and Thursdays from 7 a.m. until 8 a.m. Eastern Time. Wake up with Nico and Paige and start your day off right. The Bull Bear Binary Option Hour by Nadex will now be live Mondays and Fridays at 10 a.m. Start and end the week with the three hosts, Tom O'Brien, Tommy O'Brien, and Daryl Martin, as they break down the world of trading binary options and spreads. For all the details on the new 2016 programming lineup, visit the front page of TFNN.com. TFNN. Educating investors.
Catch Basil Chapman as he uses his Chapman Wave methodology to call the markets. The Tiger Technicians Hour, next on TFNN.
Welcome back, folks. Let's go to Brent in Martinez, California. Hey, Brent, what's going on?
I'm doing well. How are you doing, Tommy?
Good,
Morning,
man.
Brent.
Thanks for
Good
holding.
morning.
Thanks
Yeah.
for calling, man. Appreciate it.
Oh, well, thanks for taking the call. I had just a quick comment I wanted to make about I had options on the USO that I bought a while ago. I actually got them at a pretty good price. I had the $9 calls at 80 cents a piece, and I sold them this morning before those numbers came out.
Okay.
At $1.14, but I was just looking at it. I probably sold them about 7 o'clock my time here.
Yeah. That's
And
10 o'clock here. Go ahead, sure.
Yeah, and so then I went and looked at them right before, probably about 10 minutes before the numbers came out, and they were almost untradeable. They had this huge spread between the bid and ask.
Yeah.
It was probably
Right.
like 60 cents by $1.80 or something on the and it stayed that way till about probably 10 minutes or so after the numbers came out and it was trading. It was bouncing around, but it's just something to be aware of if you're in those things and you want to get out of them before the numbers come out. You want to do it a bit ahead of time.
You do.
Definitely.
And what happens, folks, as Brent's saying, when that spread widens, they don't want to sell them. That's the bottom line.
Yes.
I'll buy them, either way.
And similar things will happen actually on Nadex on a much smaller time frame because they're much smaller vehicles. But on Nadex, Brent, I don't know if you shared like within 10 or 15 seconds, or maybe it was 30, or maybe it was even a full minute. Same thing, because it's just too tough for those market makers to keep up with a tight spread and news that's just going to blow the market away.
Right. No doubt.
So if you want to be cautious about it and you don't want to take the risk of being in the trade, before those numbers come out, you better do it,
Don't wait till the last minute.
Yeah, exactly. You're going to have a tougher time. So
Yep.
I just wanted to share that observation and let you guys know what I saw this morning with that.
Awesome.
Beautiful thing, brother.
All right, you guys have a great day, huh?
You too,
man.
Thanks,
have a great
man.
one, man. Have a safe one.
Take
That's
care,
the stuff where you want to really get to, because that's
You
going to
do.
really crush you, right? I mean, imagine that, right? He's long. What if he wanted to get out? He can't get out.
Right.
The news goes against him.
Right.
And if he's going to sell it, there's premium in there. That when you're selling that option, you're going to get that value because it's in the news. Premium's going to disappear right after the news comes out, no matter what.
Right.
Whether you're right or wrong.
Right.
That option's going to be worth less.
Right.
So being aware of those types of things for sure.
It's huge.
That was great.
Absolutely, man. I want to thank all the Tigers and Tigresses out here because, see, that's the type, of course, we love the network, folks, okay? Bottom line, though, you couldn't get that when we started trading.
Sure.
It wasn't there.
Sure.
It just wasn't there. And that's when even Kevin Hink says, everything has happened to me. Well, just about everything's happened to me, too.
Right.
Because, sometimes you can be so right, but guess what? You don't make money.
Yeah, you got to know the rules of the game and the rules of trading and how things work and how markets work and the rules of how everything works.
That's right. And it's a huge deal. And it makes a huge difference.
Don't make assumptions, right? I mean, that's what happens, really, where you just assume that the market's always going to be liquid. Well, what made you assume that?
Yeah.
Who sent you a letter and said there's going to be a tight bid offer
because
for
it's
every
not.
second of the day? I mean, that doesn't exist.
Well, you got a nerve. What are you talking about, man? Well, that's not fair.
Yeah.
You got to go bid.
But I thought there was going to be a live
you gotta
bid
go bid.
offer.
Turn those machines on, man.
Yeah, exactly.
Turn those machines on.
Yeah. Get me out of this position right now. Yeah. If only it were that easy, man.
It's
right?
so true, man. Turn those machines on and turn them on right now.
Yeah.
It's just a beautiful thing.
It is, man.
You stay right there, folks. Get out, man. It's the Basil Chapman coming up next to Growlin' Prowlin' with you. Then, of course, we're going to TD Ameritrade swim headquarters. Our man, Mr. Steve Rhodes, coming up. Dave White. And then we'll be back this afternoon. And, of course, don't forget, you can bring us anywhere right on your cell phone, folks. Just go to TFNN.com. Hit Tiger TV. You're going to get a great HD video, audio. And listen, if you're on Facebook, like us on Facebook. Okay, because we get a lot of traction on Facebook.
You got it. We're streaming some stuff on Facebook now and all that stuff, so it's
streaming
pretty cool.
live.
Live streaming Facebook. Facebook Live. I think that we're fundamentally
is that what
fans
it is?
of
Facebook Live.
Facebook Live.
Have a great one, folks. Have a safe one. Stay right there. Basil's coming right up. Thanks, pal.
Thanks, man.
Wow! Go get them, folks.
Since 1984, Basil Chapman has been using the Chapman Wave methodology to advise traders of his expert market opinion. While originally hand-drawing charts from the late 1970s into the 1980s, Basil noticed that prices under most circumstances virtually always had a certain number of legs to the upside before declining sharply. Later, Basil found that computer software, which included the standard market technical indicators, enhanced the degree of accuracy in calling price turns, as well as market trend calls. Thus was born the Chapman Wave sequence. Using the Chapman Wave methodology along with other indicators, Basil Chapman advises his subscribers of his expert market opinion each market day with his opening call newsletter. Right now, you can get a 2-week free trial to the opening call, Basil's daily trading newsletter, by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Cancel at any time during that trial and pay absolutely nothing. Get your 2-week free trial to Basil's newsletter, The Opening Call, today by visiting TFNN.com.
This is TFNN.